Emily Dickinson wrote a poem about it. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow mentioned it in the Song of Hiawatha. And Walt Whitman called it a wondrous second wind. And we have certainly used the term this week. I'm talking about Indian summer, arguably as much art as it is science. You sort of know it when you see it, a stretch of dry autumn days with warm afternoons, hazy blue skies blending with the colorful fall foliage. There are no hard and fast scientific criteria for what constitutes Indian summer, but there's general agreement, at least in the Northeast, that it occurs in mid to late autumn after the season's first frost, a period of dry, mainly clear weather with light winds and temperatures well above average, perhaps highs here in Pennsylvania in the 65 to 80 degree range. And this lasts at least 3 days, sometimes longer. A typical weather map that would sponsor Indian summer in the state would likely start with a sprawling surface high-pressure area building into the Great Lakes, ahead of an upper-level ridge that drives the jet stream into south-central Canada. Now, initially, this high would bring chill on northerly winds, but sunshine modifies the air mass over time, and as the whole pattern shifts east, the center of the high slides into the Carolinas, allowing for a milder, low-level southerly flow into the Commonwealth and the start of a stretch of Indian summer. The earliest known written reference to Indian summer dates from the 1770s in an essay called A Snowstorm as It Affects the American Farmer, written by a French-American named Jean de Crèvecoeur. He wrote, "Then a severe frost succeeds, which prepares it to receive the voluminous coat of snow, which is soon to follow, though it is often preceded by a short interval of smoke and mildness called the Indian summer." The way that's written, it seems the phrase was already in use by then. 15 years later, the term appeared in the journal of Ebenezer Denny, a Revolutionary War hero from Carlisle, who spent time at Fort LaBeouf in present-day Waterford in Erie County. While there in October 1794, he wrote in his journal, "Pleasant weather, the Indian summer here." Interestingly, Denny later became the first mayor of the city of Pittsburgh. We may never know the true origin of the term Indian summer. One explanation suggests that Native Americans recognized the weather pattern, which they attributed to the good graces of the god of the Southwest. When Eastern tribes described it to European settlers, it became known as Indian's summer. There are European equivalents. For example, in England, Indian summer was sometimes called St. Luke's summer, referring to that saint's feast day, which was yesterday, October 18th. Certainly around the time when a spell of warm autumn weather might occur. Now, one thing is for certain, if there is an Indian summer, or perhaps 2 or 3 in a given autumn, it never lasts. Stay tuned, that's certainly true here. The extended forecast is next.